In the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 3, Brandi Glanville spilled a secret about her former friend Adrienne Maloof that was not aired, and here is everything to know about what was said. Adrienne and Brandi have been friends since Brandi entered the Rhobh scene in Season 3, but the two housewives got into a tiff during a girls' trip to Ojai. During dinner, Brandi tried to have a moment with show alum Kim Richards, but Adrienne butted in. Kim started tearing up, and Adrienne looked over and said several times, "Oh. Someone's crying." Brandi grew exasperated as she felt like Adrienne was making a scene, so she told her to shut the F*** up. After that tense moment, Brandi and Adrienne's relationship went downhill. Following the Ojai trip, the Rhobh stars, minus Adrienne, attended a food tasting at former castmate Lisa Vanderpump's restaurant, SUR. After having a few drinks, Brandi unleashed all the resentment she had felt towards Adrienne. She claimed that Adrienne and her husband, Paul Nassif, were trying to coerce her into speaking badly about Lisa. Brandi then called Adrienne a liar and spilled a shocking secret. While neither is on the show anymore, Brandi and Adrienne set the scene for drama on Rhobh Season 13. Brandi Glanville talked about Adrienne Maloof's secret surrogate. This was so crass. Adrienne had lied to the group as it was apparently a deep, dark family secret that was never supposed to have gotten out. Although Bravo never aired what Brandi said, it was later revealed that she claimed Adrienne and Paul fibbed about Adrienne carrying her twin boys, as the pair had used a surrogate. See a TikTok user at AlexFrank's post about the commentary, complete with typo, above. Kim told Adrienne what had been said about her, and things became explosive when Adrienne and Paul confronted Brandi about it. During an event held by Rhobh star Kyle Richards' husband, Mauricio Umansky, Paul started yelling at Brandi and hurled expletives at her. It was unclear to fans what they were upset about, as Bravo didn't air it, but it was a pretty tense moment. Paul and Adrienne threatened to sue Brandi and then left in a huff. Adrienne Maloof took legal action against Bravo. She was irate. To prevent the network from airing her secret, Adrienne took legal action against Bravo, and the network had to edit the scene out of the show. Adrienne explained after she left Rhobh that she wanted to keep that information private because her sons didn't even know about her using a surrogate. She said that she was informed by her doctor that telling her kids at a young age might traumatize them. That expert said that she and Paul should wait until their sons were a bit older. It wasn't hard to understand why Adrienne and Paul wanted to keep the secret. They took the advice of someone who understands how such admissions can impact children. People should mind their own business instead of interfering. The credo, live and let live, is solid advice. After the drama surrounding the surrogacy, Adrienne's appearance on the show tapered off for the rest of the season. She refused to attend the Season 3 reunion and was later released from the franchise. After that, she admitted that she regretted not attending the reunion, saying that it would have done her good to address her issues. Adrienne and Paul's marriage, which was already strained, took a hit, and they got divorced soon after. However, Adrienne has no regrets about starring in Rhobh. She credits the show with getting her out of a relationship that wasn't right. She and Paul are now friends and co-parenting peacefully. As for Brandi, she continues to stir up trouble, even though she is no longer starring in the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. How is Brandi Glanville in 2024? She's still playing the villain. Brandi remains defiant in 2024, as seen above, although she hasn't said anything new about the Adrienne scandal. She's not the only person who has verbally jabbed at the entitled Adrienne, who started on third base with a rich family but acted like she hit a home run. In a way, Adrienne can be very provocative. She is high and mighty because of her family's money. Brandi didn't come from that kind of wealth. Anyway, Lisa hilariously called one of Adrienne's shoe designs the Maloof hoof. That made Adrienne so angry. It was a sound bite that was meme-worthy, and Adrienne didn't appreciate its viral appeal. It hurt her marketing campaign, turning her footwear into a running joke. If Brandi was sweet and demure, she'd probably lose the clout she's gained. While fans might be interested in her evolution, it's quite probable that they don't want an angelic Brandi. By being bad, as per the villain post above, she reigns as one of the most notorious housewives of all time. Brandi has no filter and positively glories in her evil. However, under all that rage and occasional intoxication, there is something else. Brandi's damaged by experience. She covers so much sadness with a thick, glossy veneer, a truly by *chai attitude. When her handsome ex-husband Eddie Cibrian cheated on her with Skeena Shea, and others, it devastated her. That was her partner, she thought he was her soul mate. Brandi's a double Scorpio, and this means that she has the sun and moon in Scorpio. Scorpios can lash out when things don't go their way. Double Scorpios are twice as vengeful. Brandi survived infidelity, but some part of her was poisoned forever. Something in her died, something sweet and noble, a sense of idealism. Now, she's filled with the jealousy and anger that remains. Sometimes, she takes it out on other people. It's actually this emotional depth which makes Brandi an interesting person. She seemed to give her whole heart and soul to her ex while they were together. She couldn't believe the way that things turned out. The fact that her romantic dreams were destroyed is the great tragedy of her life. She moves on as best she can. Brandi will never be a perfect woman. She'll always be on the fringes because whenever something goes wrong, she enters a warlike state. Conflicts trigger her, taking her right back to that awful moment when she found out about Eddie's infidelity. For that reason, she deserves sympathy. Brandi is traumatized. What about Adrienne Maloof? Is she doing well in 2024? Adrienne always loves herself, it's the same in 2024. She and Paul, a well-known plastic surgeon, have called it quits. However, Adrienne isn't so warm and fuzzy. She's an extremely tough cookie, and a divorce isn't going to bring her down. However, Brandi bears responsibility for putting the couple under more strain. While Brandi does have a heart under all that fire and brimstone, she makes terrible mistakes. Above, Adrienne hawks a hangover cure, Drinkade. This is something that Brandi might find useful at times, and not just Brandi. Adrienne's rich girl kitchen's decorated for Halloween. She's in the spooky spirit. Adrienne's not brooding over Brandi and their bad blood this October. It's a wonderful time of year, and she's making the most of it. She's been decorating up a storm, or maybe paying someone else to do it. Even her kitchen Keurig looks festive thanks to a fun mummy mug. The room is all done up, and one fun highlight, as seen in the Instagram clip above, is Adrienne can be obnoxious because of her pedigree, but she also has her strong points. The Virgo woman is in control of her life. She doesn't waste a lot of time living in the past, she's too busy, in true Virgo fashion, perfecting the present. She's still in the process of transforming her backyard with all manner of Halloween-themed decorations. She's also enjoying Halloween a little early elsewhere in Los Angeles. She attended Universal Studios' Halloween Horror Nights, which features some exciting attractions, including the Weekend Nightmare Trilogy, inspired by Abel Tesfaye, and A Quiet Place. Horror Nights is known for its fantastic haunted houses. This year, The Weekend and A Quiet Place are exciting haunted house themes. At Halloween Horror Nights, employees dressed as scary creatures and people will occasionally jump out to frighten people. Some people are scared, others just aren't. It seems like Adrienne's in a good place in her life, and focused on enjoying every day and night. Brandi's still a bit bitter. She's got issues. Brandi is as bitter as ever in 2024, encouraging fans to question the future of the Real Housewives franchise, perhaps because she's not such a focal point anymore. She spouts off in her podcast, bringing a sometimes funny, sometimes mean-spirited vibe to her show. Her podcast is called Brandi Unfiltered. In the post above, she wonders if the glory days of the franchise are in the past. Quite possibly, she considers her stint on Rhobh the most impressive of all. Brandi has lighter moments, times when she's not seemingly dwelling on her grudges, including that dramatic feud with Adrienne. For example, on Instagram this month, October 2024, she posted a gorgeous picture of a lush bouquet from her pal Trisha Shrum. Brandi's brothers sent her flowers this month too, which she loved. As well, she cheered on another Real Housewives icon, Phaedra Parks, who's appearing on Dancing with the Stars. Lots of notable celebs are starring in DWTS this time around, including Joey Graziadei from The Bachelor Season 28. Brandi's getting on with things this month, but it seems like she thinks about the franchise a lot. She's not one to let things go. Probably forever, Brandi will return to the past, revisiting conversations and events. Maybe she wishes she could change certain things. However, she's come out of a turbulent stint stronger, and she's still famous. Brandi's got a lot, and as her gratitude over the flowers she received shows, she may be starting to appreciate all that the universe has given her. Housewives are always clutching their huge glasses of wine and complaining, while out there in the world, people are hungry, or living in war zones, or dealing with real-life issues like cancer. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills don't live in the real world, that's why their feuds are an escape. However, hopefully, Brandi won't bring people's children into things again. It's really below the belt. Brandi's dealing with a health crisis. She's been getting medical attention. Brandi's been living with a health issue lately. She has a face parasite that's making her look like a crackhead, according to her. She made that strong comment while chatting on Page 6's virtual reality podcast. Brandi feels very depressed and considers herself disfigured. She called the facial parasite disgusting. Brandi is used to looking a certain way, and in some respects, image is her personal brand. She's the rebel Real Housewives alum, the model who is so raw and real that her own podcast is called Unfiltered. As seen above, she's seeking out treatment for the problem. In Brandi's life, a lot of rain has fallen. Her split with Eddie was the low point, and her feud with Adrian was heated and prolonged. Now, she's facing a brand new challenge. However, Brandi is a strong woman. She's looking for solutions instead of feeling sorry for herself. As usual, she's sharing the truth about how she feels and what she's going through. She told her doctor that her face is sinking in, and would rather it was swollen. This is a disturbing thing, and it's understandable that she's very upset. Sometimes, the condition makes her face swell up. At other times, parts of her face appear to cave in. She says that the condition is always changing. Some days, it's worse than other days. As he navigates this health issue, Brandi has to dig deep. Sadly, she's been withdrawing from society as she doesn't feel comfortable going out in public. Hopefully, the treatments that she's receiving will help the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum to regain the confidence that made her famous.